Yo, yo, yo. Yo. What is going on? T-Boog is in the fucking building. I'm here. I am here. So, tonight's episode. Damn, what's up with my headphones though? Can y'all hear me? All right. So tonight's episode is going to be about my life, basically. Where I started it, where I came from, basically, so y'all can get to know who I am as a man. You feel what I'm saying? First of all, unfortunately, like a bunch of other people, my biological father wasn't in my life when I was younger, but I always had a dad. My little sister and them dad raised me. And that's still my dad to this day. You can't tell me nothing different. And he ain't treat me no different. I got treated just like everybody else. If I did something, I got my ass whooped. It just so happened I did a lot more than what my little brothers and them did. You feel me? Like, that's it. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to sugarcoat there. You feel what I'm saying? So I kinda got trust issues for that. One of that's only one of the situations on why I got um trust issues. But yeah, he was my little sister and dad. He was That's my dad. He was there for me since I think I was 4 months old. I don't know. I gotta check in with that. I think I was 4 months old. I gotta check in, but yeah, he been in there. I was just talking to him earlier too. That's crazy. I just dropped the episode, by the way, earlier on my other page, Philly Eagle podcast. I just dropped the episode. Me and my dad just chatting. Y'all are tune into that joint. But um, let's get back on track. So whatever, however, I played football and ran track when I was younger. So I was active in sports all the way up until I was like. First of all, I smoked my first Dutch. I was like 12. Lost my virginity. I was 12. Fucking what else? Yeah. So yeah. So I ran track and played football. And oh nah, let me backtrack. I remember the cops. I was 12. I was 12 years old, and the cops dropped me off at home because I stole a damn bike. But this the kicker. This the kicker, yo. That white lady and her son was so fucking pissed off at me. They was chasing us down the block. We was 17 different niggas to them. These motherfuckers was mad as shit, dog. So then mind you, I'm fast as shit. Like fast as a motherfucker. So we both cut off in the bushes. Doom. All you hear is, you better come out before I let the dogs loose. Like, oh shit. So we turned around like, fuck them dogs, yo. We are not letting them dogs shoot us up. So we turned around, started walking back towards them and shit. And then when like halfway on the way back, my man, he was the first thing he said was, yo, we gonna get out here and just start crying our fucking eyes out. Boy, did I do that. Boy, we got the fuck out there. I started crying, the begging, the pleading, and all of that shit. Motherfuckers dropped me off at home. Shirt was all ripped up from the thorns on the bushes and shit. Yeah. So I had to deal with that. And then got a butt naked ass whooping. Real shit. Then I got a butt naked. My dad wore my ass the fuck out. Like, sit your dumb ass down. Took me away from football for a week. Yeah, that shit's crazy. What else I do when I was a young boy? Like, he ain't treat me no different. Like I said, it just so happened I did more shit that caused me to get my ass whooped. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing Super Mario on a Nintendo, the Super Nintendo joint from back in the day. I'm playing Super Mario Brothers, and I keep fucking losing. So I lose at one point, and then just shoot it. And when I lost, only thing I could think of, well, the only thing I did was I broke the fucking window in my bedroom. I punched that joint. I go downstairs, tell my pop, yo, dad, cause this shit broke the window. I try to blame that shit on my little sister. No, no, no. That's how that not gonna go down. This motherfucker lined us all up on the bed. What? Like, we always just sitting in a single file line, Indian style, on the bed. My hand bleeding like a motherfucker. I'm still sticking to my story. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Man, I got my ass whooped so bad for that. But the crazy part about that one was, like, for some of either way, I had to take my fucking clothes off. He was whooping my ass butt naked, regardless. Straight belt to skin, like straight belt to skin, dog. Ain't no put on a bunch of layers and nah. Take your fucking clothes off, and it's over after that. This man had me sit on the couch for good 30 minutes. No bullshit. And then fucking my little brother come to the top of the steps. I remember this. My little brother come to the top of the steps. Dad, ain't you supposed to whoop Teray butt? You nut ass nigga. What the fuck is going on with you, bro? We supposed to be on the same team here, dog. And you got me out here just accepting ass whoopings. Like, come on, dog. We no, 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 no. We can't do that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what happened with there. I got my ass whooped. Like, whooped. But what else? What else I get in trouble for? Oh, dog, I stabbed myself in the left eye. I stabbed myself in the left eye, bro. I was a young bull. My mom brought a box of freeze pops home. If you know, you know. She brought a box of them freeze pop Jones home. She told me not to touch them. She told me not. She told us, do not touch them fucking freeze pops. She went across the street, left us in the crib. It was all over after that. Grabbed that box. I grabbed this fucking sharp ass steak knife with the ridges on it. Them Jones, the old ass with the wooden handle. If you know, you know. The wooden handle. I grabbed one of them, tried to open the motherfucking box up, and the like I was opening it the wrong way. Like, I was opening it towards me. And then it would pop through, hitting right on the corner of my shit right here. Fuck my whole situation up. So that, and then I got bleach in my left eye. Yo, I am all fucked up. All types of shit going on, dog. Yeah, I got bleach in my eye. My mom asked me to go get the the bleach out the basement. So My dumb ass decided to shake it up halfway up the steps. Man, I made sure the top was closed on every bleach bottle after that. Fuck that noise. I was in the hospital screaming my lungs out. That shit burned like hell. So my vision pretty screwed up. But yeah. What else? So oh yeah, now when I was 2, this shit happened when I was 2. I poured a pot of boiling water off the stove and it fell on my chest. My mom told me when she was trying to wipe my when she was trying to dry it off, the fucking skin, like my skin was on the towel. Like I can't grow hair on my chest at all. I can't, which I was told it was a good thing. But yeah, I can't grow hair on my chest at all. I got this one little ass patch right here that you can barely see. You can barely see the joint, but yeah, that's I can't grow hair on my chest because of that. So and then I remember. Oh, this is a major one too. I remember. So my biological father, I was 5 years old. He came to take me to Sesame Place. I fucking bawled out crying. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But my dad made me go. He said, "Boy, you better go with your father and enjoy yourself." So I ended up going and, of course, enjoying myself. And then he dropped me off, and I ain't seen him for another 7 years. Yeah, because I was 12. Yeah. Because I was still living in where I was at, the house I grew up in. So I was 12. This man came to drop some damn school clothes off. Bruh, the motherfucking pants was basically shorts, bro. Like damn near shorts, dog. Them pants was so damn small. It's not that shit, man. I would have got a yeast infection with them motherfuckers on. Real red. Like, god damn. And then after that, he disappeared. Uh so that's when I was 12. I smoked my first Dutch when I was 12. That's when I first started smoking weed. I took my first drink when I was 14. And it's crazy because I didn't know how the shit was gonna have me. I didn't know how it was gonna be. But my cousin, no, it wasn't my cousin. I'm tripping. It wasn't my cousin. My folks fucking he poured mostly vodka, a little bit of orange juice. It was like this much the little white paper cup Jones, it was like this much orange juice, but like this much vodka. I didn't know how it was supposed to be, so I just downed the first cup. Good. Mind you, I didn't know. So he looked at me, he was like, "Bro, you ain't just do that." I said, "Yeah." Like, what you mean? He said, "Do it again." So I told him, go. He said, "Bro, you're not supposed to drink it like that." I said, "What you mean?" He was like, "You're gonna be fucked up." So I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna be fine." Bruh, he never lied. When he said that, he never ever lied. We were sitting outside his folks' apartment, and then soon as we get in the house, his folks was salty at me. Soon as we get in the house, I I I lay down. Boom. Next thing you know, like, yo, can I get a bag? Soon as he handed me the bag, all that shit just came up. Everything came up. all on his folks' brand new couches, all that shit. We tried to lie to her and tell her it was bad Chinese food. we tried we tried to lie and say it was bad Chinese food. That was funny as shit, yo. Not realizing you can smell the difference. You can smell a drunk throw up from a food throw up. That's two different smells. Yo, man, we used to have some fun when we was young boys, man. Jeez, Louise. I miss them days, dog. I miss them days. You know what I mean? But I didn't grow up, but I grew up. My folks was living paycheck to paycheck. Like, same shit. But we always, the one thing about us is we always made a way to have fun, bro. Like, if you know what a boogie board is, it's like a surfboard for motherfuckers that don't know how to surf. so so fucking so we used to have them joints, and the way my house was set up, the way our house was set up, like it was like, all right, dude, you got the front door right here, the front door right here. Then you got the steps that go up to the living room and all of that shit. And then the steps to go upstairs are straight right in front of the steps to go straight out the door. So we used to hold the screen door open and slide down the steps on the damn boogie boards until somebody split their shit open and it was over after that. When it was over after that. That shit ain't going down like that. So yeah. So yeah, where was I at? Oh yeah, the fake ass boogie board Jones. Yeah, we used to do shit like that, bro. Like, and you know how, oh y'all might be familiar with this when we was young boys. You know how you jumping on the bed and then like you jump on your back and then pop back up for bouncing off the bed and shit. Yeah, we used to do that until I split my head on the corner of the windowsill. Yo, I was just terrorizing my body when I was younger. Like I really was. I split my head right here. Thank God I didn't need stitches. Whew, Lord have mercy. Um, what else? Oh, yeah. So I was 12 and I just asked my mom, yo, I'm like, Mom, why do I have two dads and my little brother and them got one? She just took a deep breath. And then when she did that, I remember this shit like it was yesterday. When she did that, I just asked her, I said, what you met him when I was in your belly or when you was pregnant or some shit like that. I forget how I worded it, but basically that's what I said. And she started tearing up and said, yeah. So I'm like, oh shit. I start tearing up. I start tearing up. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was look at when I was younger, like I was looking at it like, why am I so different? They dad is in their biological father is in their life, but why doesn't mine want me? You get what I'm saying? That's how I used to think. Why doesn't mine want me? Why is he only in my sister's life and my little brother's life? He's in the rest of his kid. He's at the time he was in the rest of his kids' lives, but not mine at all whatsoever. Like I said, I seen him when I was 5. I seen him again when I was 12, and the next time I saw him again, I was 16. So that shit took a toll on me, and it still do sometimes. You get what I'm saying? But I learned how to deal with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I learned how to deal with it, and it's crazy because our relationship now you would never think that we even had problems. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers grow up, dog. Motherfuckers grow up. Motherfuckers make mistakes. You just gotta learn from them Jones. That's all. Like, just learn from your mistakes, and then boom, bang, boom. Make sure you never make the same mistake twice, because if you make the same mistake twice, then you're doing it on purpose. It's not no fucking mistake, bro. You did it twice, my nigga. You doing that shit on purpose now. You feel what I'm saying? So don't let a motherfucker tell you, oh, it was a mistake 7,000 times, because a mistake is only made once, and you keep doing the same fucking thing. And I had to learn my lesson with that shit too. Don't you worry. Trust me. Trust me. I had to learn my lesson with that shit too, dog. So I was 16, and one day we was living with my grandma at the time. So I'm in the crib, I'm eating cereal. My mom come in the house, she like, Teray, come here, somebody wanna see you. Shoot, so I go outside. Mind you, I didn't even know what this man looked like. Like, I forgot what this man. It's not that I didn't know. I forgot what he looked like and all of that shit. So I go outside. He walking up. What's up, young boy? So I'm like, who you? My mom was like, he was like, it's Terrence. I'm like, oh snap. What's going on? I'm not calling you dad or none of that shit right now at the moment. Like, I wasn't, because he was going to have to show me that he was going to be here regardless. So fast forward a year and a half later, 17, I'm walking up the block, and all I hear is somebody call out my real name. Mind you, don't nobody call me my real name. At least nobody outside of my immediate family. Nobody calls me my real name. So when he called me my real name, he'll tell you to this day I started reaching. And if you know, you know. I started reaching for my shit. Cause who the fuck are you? You pulling up in a green Concord, bombed the fuck out, dark ass tent, and it's dark outside. And you roll the window down and yell my government name. Yeah, I started fucking reaching. I didn't know who it was. So I asked him who it was. He was like, it's Terrence. So I was like, oh shit, what's going on? This, that, and the third, yada yada. So I ended up getting into it with my mom. And I ended up moving with my biological father. So we moved in, and everything was kosher. Like, literally everything was kosher. All we did was chilled and played the game. I had a job. I was going to school. You get what I'm saying? I'm in the 12th grade. I'm about to graduate. I had a job. I barely graduated. I'm gonna tell y'all that story though. I'm gonna tell y'all that story. So we all good. We living. I'm going to work, going to school, this, that, and the third. So somebody I know, because when I was going to school, I was doing a cyber school joint. I was in the trailers going on the computers doing my classes online in the trailer next to the school. So my folks ended up getting the teacher's password to sign into the shit for us to so he can grade our shit. He got the password, bro. So you know, I had to pay for that. I had to pay for that. Gave my man a couple of hours. I went home. I ain't go back to that school for the next 2-3 weeks. No bullshit. I was in the crib online doing my shit, passing myself with all my fucking classes. I was done a month early and everything. I was done a month early and everything. So that's how I graduated. That's exactly how I graduated. um, and then when I was like, oh yeah. So by the time I graduated and shit, I was already fucking with the Zanies at the time. I started fucking with them. I was like 16 when I started fucking with Zanies. I was chewing them motherfuckers left and right. And then that's why me and my mom had got into it, because I'm a recovering drug addict. If you don't know, now you know. Um so damn, what else? My mind just went blank on me. Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm a recovering drug addict. So you know what I mean, whatever, however. By the time by the time I was by the time I was 16, I was already full blown fucking with Zanies and shit. By the time I was 16. Drinking cough syrup. Mind you, I'm doing this shit damn near every weekend, yo. Going to my spot down Delaware. So um yeah, we used to do all of that. By the time I was 16, I was popping the Xannies and shit. But I used to do ecstasy. I used to fuck with ecstasy too. And then I fell in love with Percocets and cough syrup. That's what I fell in love with. Um that's exactly what the fuck I fell in love with. Percocets and cough syrup. I used to call that shit I used to call that shit I used to call that shit pancakes and syrup. That's what I used to call it. That's what I used to fucking call it. So hold on 1 second. I gotta take care of something real quick. I gotta handle something. Hold on. Let me do something. I gotta fix something real quick. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so put that back right there. Yeah, so that's how that happened. And it looked like it, but I'm definitely not high right now. Well, I'm smoke some weed, but um so yeah, so by the time but when I turned so
16 all the way to 23, nothing but Percocets all day, every day. I'm not hungry. I can't do shit. I can't move. I'm not leaving out the house unless I'm going to get my Percocets. That's how it was. And then it just got to the point where my body just was addicted to the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Um, so that's what happened. I first fell in love with them Jones with that one. And then by the way, I did graduate high school. I did tell y'all that already after cheating and shit, but too late now. So, so, um, so me and my dad, this part about to get fun right here. So, hold on. All right, so fucking where was I at? Oh yeah, I was fucking with them Jones. So like 19, 20 years old, me and my biological father, we started fucking with two sisters. Hold on though, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. We started fucking with two sisters and and everything was cool at first, of course, like it always is in the beginning. Everything peaches and cream, everything kosher. You feel what I'm saying? So um but you know, as shit progressed, progressed, shit just started going downhill, like as far as our relationship shit. Like I remember one day we was arguing. She called herself trying to snap on me because I didn't walk her over. Mind you, she lived a good 2 or 3 miles away at the time. She wanted me to walk them 2 or 3 miles in the pouring down rain just to give her some fucking breakfast sausages, bro. No bullshit. Well, Lord, just to give her some damn breakfast sausages, man. Like, god damn, that shit weird as hell. So, so that's the shit. That's the type shit we used to argue about. You feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, dog, I'm not arguing with you over something that fucking stupid. Like, shit, yeah. Like we used to. Don't get it fucked up. I used to do my shit too. You know what I mean? All right, I ain't. I'm not. I'm far from perfect. I used to do my shit too, but um, it was never unnecessary shit. It was never unnecessary shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now she did go through my phone, catch me cheating a couple times. That was that was what it was at the time. So but all right, so I'm what? Yeah, 1920 now. So homegirl, we break up for like a month. She called me a month after we broke up and told me she was pregnant. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh shit. All right. Mind you, I'm in the middle of my fucking addiction. Um, I work overnight. All of my money is going to getting high. That's all I'm worried about is getting high. That's all my money is going to. Getting high, getting high, getting high. So um eventually I gave in and tried to make it work with her. Through the pregnancy, I was there, all of that shit. Mind you, I was also there for her oldest daughter because she was pregnant when we met. When her oldest daughter was born, her her oldest daughter looked at me like her dad. I still got her name tatted on my arm. I ain't getting that covered up for nobody. That little girl ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And so where was I? Oh, I wasn't trying to do none of that shit. I worked overnight. All my money was going to getting high. Like I wasn't trying to do shit, dog. Not take care of no damn kids. So um me and my old head, we used to own a shop down at Jerry's Corner. If you know, you know. You know about Jerry's Corner, you know about Jerry's Corner. You could walk out with literally any motherfucking thing you need. Anything. 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 You got it, bud. So me and my old head, we started breaking down the shop because we was closing it up. So we started breaking everything down, all the wood, all the shit that we hung up, all that extra shit. So we taking all of that shit down. I get a phone call, she in labor. So I'm like, oh shit. Oh no. Before that, before she went into labor, it was like a month or two beforehand. I got sick of her shit, and my old head was moving back. He was moving not back down south, but he was moving down south from up here. So I packed me a bag and I helped him pack up the truck, and we both drove down there. He drove, then I drove, then you know how the game go when you taking a road trip. So we get down there and shit. Mind you, nobody know where I'm at. I ain't tell my mom, I ain't tell Shorty, I ain't tell nobody. I ain't tell nobody where I was at, what I was doing, where I was going, none of that shit. So we down there chilling, just chilling, smoking some weed, recording shit. Like, yeah, it's all types of shit. So we was just down there chilling, dog, having fun. So something just was like, call your mom, let her know you all right. Cause I had got my phone turned off. I called my phone company and asked them to suspend my service. Or yeah, just suspend it for right now. For that week while I was down there. I wasn't trying to be bothered. So something just told me to call my mom, bro. I called her. She started snapping. And the main reason she was snapping was because of the fact that she went through my sock drawer and found a good 2-3 ounces of weed. Why would you do that? Why would you go through my sock drawer in the first place? And then she tried to lie and tell me she was helping my little brother clean up the room because this me and my little brother was sharing the room at the time. She gonna tell me, like, bro, come on, dog. You drawn. We not gonna do that. So whatever. However, yeah, that happened. So, but yeah, so we did that. I tried to make it work. We tried to make it work, and then we broke up again while the twins was born. Mind you, I'm still working overnight. So at first she wouldn't let me see the kids. Just I don't know why women do that shit, bro. Like that shit is retarded, dog. Y'all not hurting just that man, bro. Y'all are hurting that child because that child need his or her father. Just like that child need you, you dumb nappy headed bitch. Yeah, I said it. I said it for the rest of y'all. Dumb nappy headed bitch. Fucking, so that's how I felt at the time. Which anybody would feel like that. Anybody would feel like that. So, but so yeah. But that morning, this is how it led up to me finding out they wasn't mine. Now, we broke up, and then she wouldn't let me see the kids at first, and then I guess her mom got sick of dealing with it or whatever the case may be. So her mom, mind you, her mom was letting her do this shit at the time. Like her mom was cool with her doing this shit. That's what made it even worse. But eventually they started dropping them off to me, the twins and her daughter, her oldest daughter. So whatever, however, one day my biological pop called me because, like I said, he fucked with her sister this whole time. They engaged and everything. So he called me like, yo, why the fuck she taking you to child support? I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know nothing about that. Like, I got my fucking kids every day. I bring them around there to see you. He was like, nigga, I know. That's why I'm trying to figure out why the fuck is she trying to put you on child support. So I called and asked, played dumb, said no, yada yada, whatever. However, my biological father, my pop, he found out the dates, and then he found out the dates and then called me and gave me the date. So when the date came, he dropped me the fuck off. Dropped me to no, he dropped me off. And when I walked in the courthouse, her mouth just dropped, mouth wide open. Her daughter ran over to me, Daddy. So I'm sitting there holding her daughter and one of the twins, just chilling, waiting to get called up. We get called up, we go back there. So they was like, we see you didn't sign the birth certificate, sir. Would you like a DNA test? So she was very confident. She was very confident. I'm gonna tell you that. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you, she was very confident for because when she asked about it, she was hype as shit. Yeah, we could take one. I know they his, this, that, the third, yada yada. So I looked over like, oh, all right, you pretty confident over there, huh? So fucking so we ended up getting a DNA test. Mind you, I'm the type man. I don't want to have no baby mother, dog. I don't want to have no baby mother. I want to have a wife and our kids. That's what I want. I don't want no baby mom. So um her being confident, I tried to make it work. Like, oh, all right, she confident as shit. 2 weeks go by. I wake up, I get dressed. Same thing I do every day. I kissed all three of the kids on their forehead and so it was like, Daddy, love you. I'll see y'all when I get off. My exact words. So I'm at work. Mind you, at the time I was delivering office supplies. Like chairs and desks and shit like that. That you know what I mean? That you put in your office. Shit like that. So um halfway through the day, we about to go to lunch and shit. We on our way to lunch. We about to go to lunch. My mom called me. What you doing? Nothing. About to go to lunch. I said nothing. About to go to lunch. Why? She was like, the test results came in. Do you want to know, or you want to wait until you get home? I was like, nah. I want to know. Like, I want to know now. You feel me? So, dog. She was like, all right, call your stepdad. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna call him. So I called him like, yo, what's going on, my guy? I asked that motherfucker to read that letter to me. That motherfucker, he was like, what do it mean when it say 99? I said, that means the babies are mine. The twins are mine. Thank God. I was hyped as shit, you know. I was about to splurge on the motherfuckers. Like, even though I was in the middle of my addiction, I was still about to splurge on them because I don't need her bringing nothing from her house when she drop them off. When she drop them off, just bring them because I got everything they need here. Even though I was in the middle of my addiction, that's how I thought. So, um, yeah, I found out. So he was like, if you know me, you know I play a lot. I play a hell of a lot. So, he was like, what do it mean if it say 99? Like I said, yes, I'm hyped. They mine and stuff and the third. I'm about to jump off a bridge and all of that shit. I'm about to not off a bridge, but off the wall and all of that shit. I'm so fucking happy. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, no, B, these joints say 0. I said, what? He was like, yeah, that shit say 0. I said, stop fucking playing with me, bro. He was like, no, I know we play, but I ain't playing about this shit. Dog, me as a man, bro. And I just started getting my fucking kids no book like 2 months before this shit happened. Like she just let me at this point, I think they like 6, 7 months old at this point. So imagine fighting to see your kids the first 2 months of their life. No. You with the kids, then y'all break up. Now you can't see the kids, and then as soon as you do start seeing the kids and start doing shit like damn near these my kids, you find out they're not yours in the middle of your addiction. That'll kill anybody. That'll that'll end anybody. Anybody. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, when I found that out, I snapped. Um, I wanted to put hands on her, of course. So but nobody would let me get to her. So her mom and all of them ended up coming to pick the crib up. You feel what I'm saying? And and fucking yeah, so that happened. Fuck that noise. So yeah, I found out they wasn't mine. And then life goes on, a couple years go by. I'm like 22, 20, yeah, like 22, 23 at the time. Meet this shorty. Mind you, I help like when uh, when we met, 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 when we I helped pay the bills to get the heat cut back on because it was wintertime, cold as shit. They sleeping with their coats on. Nah, like we did that. You feel what I'm saying? And tell me why she was living with her mom. We both were, but I helped get the shit cut on. You feel what I'm saying? And she also has a kid, so in the middle of our relationship, I'm getting attachment for this kid too. So um one day we was cleaning up her room and I found a piece of paper, a DNA test John. And and I read it. So I'm like, I asked her, I said, yo, you told me he wasn't the dad. She was like, yes, he is. I said, no, he's not. I said, yes, he is. No, she said he's not. I said, yes, he is. Because mine was the opposite of that. And that meant they weren't mine. So that flipped the script, changed everything. She called his folks, get in contact with his folks and all of that shit. Mind you, I'm just rocking out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So eventually I would start calling her like, yo, where you at? She'll be over her baby father's mom house. He in jail at this time though. And then when she came home, motherfucker dipped on me. She dipped on me, yo. Dipped on me, went straight back to this nigga and was fucking with him again. After she told me I ain't have to worry about main man. You feel what I'm saying? This shit crazy. So so oh shit. I meant to tell y'all something. I'll rewind that. When I first found out the twins wasn't mine, I did try to end myself. I tried to end myself. I just popped a whole handful of Percocets and was like, I'm done. I'm over it, bro. It's what am I here for? So I tried, but of course my tolerance was too high. So all I did was fell the fuck asleep. That's all I did. Um. So yeah, that's how that went down. When I found out they wasn't mine, I did try to kill myself. I wasn't like I'm not. Nah, that shit killed me, dog. It killed me. I fought to get them, and then as soon as I get them, I found out they not mine. That should have killed anybody. That should have delete anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Um. So we find that out. Like I said, I sat in my room for 3 days. I got fired from my job and everything. Straight fired. And I'm I'm so whatever, however, I'm now my addiction is worse. Now it's worse. Now I'm taking other shit. Now I'm doing this, doing that, stealing shit that I don't do. You know, I'm far from a fucking thief, dog. I'm far from a fucking thief. But when you in the middle of your drug addiction, dog, you don't give a fuck about none of that. All you give a fuck about is getting high, bro. You will take whatever, try to sell it or shit like that, bro. Like that drug shit, that shit, man. That shit ain't no joke. That shit ain't no fucking joke, dog. Especially with the shit they got going on today. Like, I wouldn't even touch the shit at all. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I tried to delete myself. Of course, I failed at that, and yeah, like I said, I just passed out, and then when I woke up, I cried. I asked the guy, why are you waking me up? Why me? Why am I here? You get what I'm saying? You took my life from me. You took my life from me when my step dad fucking read me that DNA test shit. You took my life from me. So what am I here for? That's how I was thinking, dog. And I'm glad I got the support that I have, because to be honest with you, if I didn't have that support, like going through that shit and you don't have nobody to talk to or vent to or none of that shit, and you just going through it by yourself, that should have taken a toll. And yeah, like that should have taken a toll on you, bro, because it's like, who can you go to? What, how you gonna say it to him so you don't, you know what I mean? But I'm just glad I had and still have that solid support system. You feel what I'm saying? But that's it for tonight. We'll finish more tomorrow. My people, have a good fucking night. Everyone. I'll see y'all. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it tomorrow, but I'll let y'all know.